A friend told me the other day that a man from his hometown in India is suing his parents for not having had his consent when they conceived him. Now, one of two things may be true here. He either lost a bar bet and is doing this on a dare, or we just must conclude that his dealer does have the good stuff. No one has a say in this matter, right? We don't choose to be born, or if we do, all memories of the reincarnation waiting room are wiped clean before we arrive here. You also can't choose your family or the place you are born. Also, we have no say in determining our height, our objective physical attractiveness, the pitch and tone of our voice, or the color of our eyes. Those and so many other cards are dealt to us at random, and there's no such thing as a perfect hand. So unless we all plan to sue our parents for playing God or just having one drink too many, we have to work with what we get. So once the nip and tucks and nose jobs are done, where do you go from there? Well, for the most part, on a very low-level instinct, people go out looking for a life of comfort. Fair enough. Comfort on a very basic level is a human right. Food, shelter, safety. Okay, next step. Procreation, right? How else do you validate your existence? Come on. And then, well, your offspring must worship you, just because you kept them alive, fed, and relatively safe. Unless they sue you for being alive in the first place. Okay, is that about it? Really? Arrive, come online, stay alive long enough to matter as a statistic, find a partner, make them stay, find food, shelter, and security, make more of you, expect them to worship you. No, not good enough, some would say. Life should be rich in success and achievements, fame, fortune, and the admiration of the whole world. There's no limit to what one can do or should do. Also fair enough. I always have and always will be a very creatively driven person. Not driven by daydreams of wealth and worship, but driven by a terrible desire to make things. Make something every day. Go to bed at night ideally each day and be able to say, check this out, this little thing wasn't there this morning. Great, it was a good day. And the thing, by the way, can be anything. A piece of art, some sort of progress in business, a home improvement project, any sort of creative endeavor. So then, is this a worthwhile purpose to have? Feels noble and forthright? Makes sense, I think. Wait, what if I'm a crappy artist? What if most of my creative endeavors fail, objectively speaking? What if every house improvement project brings more aggravation to my loved ones and grounds for ridicule than an actual improvement? What if I'm not a great parent? What if I'm not a good partner? What if some or all of these things that I defined as worthwhile and fundamentally purposeful just don't work out? A very natural question to ask, I think, and a mature way of thinking about things in general. Would that mean that I have failed at fulfilling my glorious purpose? That just takes the wind right out of my sails. Is it a relevant question, though, I wonder? Wouldn't it be more of a foolproof way of addressing this if I concern myself more with how I do things, rather than what exactly I endeavor to achieve? It makes more sense, perhaps, to concentrate on how you go about things rather than what these things may or may not become. Life's relentless and it happens regardless. In this sense, keeping track of and worrying about each one of your undertakings, past, present, and future, is just not sustainable, impossible even. On the other hand, concentrating on what's the absolute best way I can think of to go about figuring out this next challenge, no, that is manageable. Task by task, day by day, problem by problem, project by project, and so on. Every time thinking, checking, what's the best, most forthright way I can go about this so that I can go to sleep tonight knowing that not only did I give it my all, but also did not compromise on my integrity and on the truth. Now that, to me, that's a truly glorious purpose.